Pirate Radio, episode 18 now. Champagne for the pain, nigga. You could tell, like, I looked up the word midlife crisis, and I was like, oh, okay, bingo. There's a lot of different definitions, because some just be like, okay, I guess that's me, because a lot of it is like, okay, they talk about people who think about nostalgia. I'm like, damn, that's me. But it's like cheating in a way, because it's the 90s, nigga. What the fuck you wanted? That was the 90s is gonna go down at least, and this is like research, like archaeologists, cyber archaeologists gonna hear this probably one day and be like, yeah, right, nigga, did you know about the 2073s, the 2070s? Okay, cool. But until right now, as we speak, the 90s has to be top 2 decades. But then again, the 1800s and the 70s, the Roman times. So, you know, obviously that's just me talking shit. But, you know, like contemporary decades between the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 10s that we at now. No, 2000. To then the 20s. We're in the 20s, the roaring 20s because of that. So the 2010s, out of all of those, and listen, at the end of the day, see, because I was gonna say, yo, the kids that are growing up now, they're gonna say fuck the 90s, because obviously yada yada, but you know, the 2010s and shit, you feel me? Maybe, okay, but if there's gonna be like, I'm pretty sure in every poll they're just gonna say either the 80s because of the influence, and the 90s because of the influence. It was the 80s hands down has to be like number one, because even the youth right now is also finding things retroactively from the 80s, and the trends is not dying. And then the freaking, that's not like I'm paying, right? But I'm pouring champagne, the $10 champagne, by the way, don't get it twisted. But yeah, just the influence on itself alone is like, you know, every decade had, not every decade, what I'm gonna say, like a lot of art, whatever we consider art, like movies, media, especially music, they call the 80s the golden era. Definitely in my favorite genre, merengue. That was like the golden era. For hip hop, the 90s era. You know, but you gotta woo. Good thing like I'm not working for like 106 in Park or some shit, or MTV. But cause I was gonna be like, listen, you have to respect the new era, but nah, hell no, nigga. It feels like the music, the creativity is going down the drain. Like, it's so crazy, because back in the days, the producers would be like, oh, you know, whatever is the lyrics. I was the other way around. I was just more like beats first, lyrics second. That's why, like, you know, I just like to make beats or whatever. But now it's just like, yeah, you know, but it's the beat, and it's like, okay, so it flipped, I guess. Everything is like a wave, though. Picture everything like a wave, like fucking Tesla said, in waves and what, like, what's that? In waves, and think of everything as waves. I forgot the other part. But yeah, everything is like a wave. The wave come back and the wave goes forward. Because look, I mean, aside from bell bottoms, anything else, fanny packs came back. I mean, who would have thought? Y'all know me. I was the fucking the fanny Pacquiao, nigga. I remember. Hold on, let me take the sip of this shit. God damn, you could tell I just jumped in like fucking Tyson or some shit in the fucking first round. Hold on, let me just take this break and take the sip. God damn. It's crazy how like there's a difference of champagne and regular wine, because just different grapes. Whoever invented this shit is a fucking G. But what I was talking about the 90s or whatever. But just midlife crisis. So it's like, damn, you know, it's like, god damn, like Okay. And then it's just like the other, what was the other one of the midlife crisis? Like, I guess they wanted to say like being more like having fun and like like, I guess like regardless of the repercussions. I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that, but there's different freaking versions of it. They showed the one version of the guy that trying to be cool with the youngsters. That's a midlife crisis. If that, see, like, okay, like that's probably what I've seen that before, and we all seen those people, and that shit is like awkward. But midlife crisis, I mean, this old when they're old people, like when they were like fucking 60, then you're like a cool, but it's not like midlife crisis. I don't get it. It's stupid. Because if that was the case, then you see a lot of midlife crisis on Instagram, Facebook too. But I don't have Facebook, even though I have Instagram, so I have Facebook. You can tell that you can't. That's why they need to control the monopolizate. Woo. Take my time, okay? Let me say it again. The monopolization, there you go, of social media, because Facebook is known for fucking ODing and selling your fucking information, and just, you know, like every other company they do, they just show you that big ass, you will agree to this? Yeah, like I'm gonna fucking call my lawyer, like, hey, can you come real quick and I want to spend $150 an hour so we can go by the Facebook terms and conditions, just to make sure, like, in case they want to steal my information, want to sell it, you know, so I could decline and not use a super productive tool when it comes to reaching out to family members, you know, yada yada, all that crap, right? You see, like, nobody does that, so of course we just press okay, nigga, it's free. And we should have known that, like, damn, it's free, you know, obviously. But the amount of money that they're making off just private information, you know what I'm saying, for, like, I guess to aid their I guess the AI, I don't know what the hell, but we should at least be getting paid by that. With the shit that's going on now, the way those companies are making so much money, they should do this. And obviously this is just me talking off my ass anyways, but it's like, damn, instead of just making this such a big deal and, oh my god, privacy, no, if you're Google, then be like, hey, will you use this? We'll give you a free phone, you just pay monthly, or we'll help you with the monthly bill if we could have access to your private information, but it's just for research only, and, you know, take it or leave it or not, but at least we can get paid from it. Like, we got like, you know, or like, you know, they could just do anything they want, but nope. So they just basically ran off with it, and now it's becoming a big deal. And, you know, in a way, good thing to Apple, even though they be bringing up weird shit here and there sometimes. But that's the thing about Apple, they're big on privacy, because, you know, who knows if they just have like a super backdoor way to just check all our shit anyways. But, you know, kayfabe, like I say, kayfabe in wrestling, kayfabe, you know what I'm saying, the storyline way is they giving us a choice. But behind the curtain, it's like, nigga, no, at the end of the day, this is our shit, you know. So yeah, how we got here? Nah, but the privacy shit, but or the Google shit, but you know, back to the midlife crisis. Like, online, on Facebook, you see a lot of that shit. Like, it's just like an outpouring of self. But then again, we have terms like self-love. So these are old terms, I guess. When it comes to social media, that shit probably went out the window, because everybody is just like a celebrity, a mini celebrity. It's to the point that, well, I was gonna go, I don't say that, but kind of, you remember more people by their usernames than their regular name. And maybe that's just not me, like, not even, you know, hyping it. Maybe it's really like that, you know. But outside of your close friends, that's I think how it is. The first thing that comes to mind is the username. That's sad, right? By the way, the fucking Yankees, they fucking whipping the Red Sox ass right now. from the beginning in a fucking crucial series. So that's what's up. But I know y'all saw that Haiti shit. Like a round stone cowboy. Yeehaw. Ricky's Frontier. Ven, paquea tu caballo. Parquea tu caballo. It's paquea tu caballo. I used to think it was parquea tu caballo. That's why I was like, yo, that commercial was funny when I was a little kid though. But Ricky's Frontier. It's crazy seeing how many people are like, and by how many people, I'm going to, keep it 100. I'm talking about blacks and Hispanics, obviously, because those are the ones that the white people use our like emotions, and they know we're gonna react anyways. And I put myself in there because even if I have a conservative mindset, I still understand the image of that, and that shit looked crazy. Yeah, I understand, but I'd like to dissect shit, so it's like dissecting the frog in this shit. Might as well. But because I have my own mind on certain shit, like. I open a lot of windows in my brain, so I keep it all there, and it's just like all this. Life is just a huge, big puzzle in a way. So I break this down like this: like, can you believe like it's so crazy? And well, okay, let me not go there before I forget shit. But isn't it crazy that we get triggered by just seeing a white man on on a horse? Yo, it's funny. Cause yeah, he was looking like a crazy vaquero nigga, like a fucking straight Western cow with those fucking saddles and the shit. But nah, nigga, like Lil Nas X, right? Montero. No, that shit just didn't look right. And then the reins, was it reins or was it whips? Nigga, them shits was reins, uses whips also. Like at the end of the day, well, this their job. What you think this shit? What you think they do? He gonna bring a baseball glove, nigga? Like, are you fucking kidding me? What do you think he gonna bring? You lucky he wasn't waving a gun. Nah, you see, cause see, that's why, like, if you're a celeb racist, and I would have been Me Too, Black Lives Matter, LGBT, they would have fucking had a fucking put me in the sharpshooter, nigga. The beauty of not having followers, right? But yeah, what you want them to do? That's their job, nigga. And most of them are Hispanics. So, we could use the Hispanics on blacks, but remember, the majority of them is just Hispanics that just coming. The Haitians just go from there to Mexico or somehow, some way. And by the way, that shit looked a little too like fugazi, right? Like, what? So how they got there? They teleported there? Like, didn't they had a long route? Were they stopping by cities, or they just all pushed out? They just gave them a due date like it was a concert and they just arrived? Like, it's crazy. And that's why I have to put that all out there, because you never know. Like, we can't trust history. I think I had that shit somewhere here in the subject, but whatever. You can't trust history in a way, because the way we've seen these people lie so much in the media, whew, imagine history. Imagine the propaganda. Imagine crazy beast times. America looked super crazy bad. Some horrendous shit. And they were like, no, we can't. For morality, quote unquote morality purposes. So when like, I feel like if it seems like it's like a test to Biden. Like, hey Biden, go ahead, boom. Remember how y'all was beasting on Trump? Boom. That's why I feel like, in a way, like, Trump is just the president, like the president of a company, the president of fucking of Walmart. Is, well, probably is, but let's say in other companies, the president is not the owner of the shit. Who are the owners of America? Or is it split in half with good people and bad people? Because it certainly seems like it. At the end of the day, the Republican and the whole Democrat, I'm gonna say the term that everybody that was pro Democrats, that now they seem like, my team is losing, so they're abandoning ship. They all like to use the two wings of the same bird. Yeah, I get it. But one of the wings were fucking fucked up, and y'all was still riding with that wing. Okay, so that's showing me your intelligence, because you obviously wasn't sure. You obviously misread the temperature. You ain't checked the temperature in the room before. Just like, when they tell you, like, yo, check the door, feel the, what it said, feel the door first to see if it's hot, because if you just open it, then the flames come out. That's what it was. Y'all forgot to test the fucking door. Y'all just went like this, fire. You open the door and nigga, that's it. That fucking flame hits you in the face. So now you gotta use terms like they both corrupt. Two birds of two feathers, two wings of the same bird, two sides of the same coin. I mean, you know, it is. I feel you. But me, I'm so lazy. Like, I hate lying because I'm not gonna say, I never lied in my life. No, but I hate lying. So, like, if I could avoid lying, then fuck it. I don't, like, sometimes I don't care how I look. And I'll have the serious face to let you know, like, I'm playing, but not playing. So, and I'm not a tough guy. So I'm just putting it out there. I'm just talking because I just want to be 1,000. So, or infinity, basically. As possible. Infinity as possible. That's a shirt right there. But I'll be too lazy. I just be like, yo, I was talking mad shit about the Republicans. But yo, the Democrats are fucking me up, right? Like, LOL it out. You know, throw the LOL at the end. But no, people are just flipping the switch. And you know, okay, I used to be like that too. You know? No, I ain't gonna front. I wasn't like that. Cause I would be it goes to what I'm saying. I would be too lazy. I'm not gonna win $1,000, my nigga. You feel me? So what I got to lose? But people dead ass like offended friends, family, and now they look stupid. That's okay. I still want an apology, but to me, I don't need it. And at the same time, because like when I see like post, I just think of like the Carrie moment when the mom said they're all gonna laugh at you. Don't go. And you know, Carrie wanted to go to prom, even though like she, you know, a lot of people, she was bullied a lot. But the homecoming king or whatever, the prom king, asked Carrie because she was like an offie, like a nerdy girl, but she had like telekinesis and shit. And the mom was like, "Don't go, they're gonna laugh at you." And then she was like, "Mom, I want to be free or whatever. I want to go." You know, the prom king is asked her out, whatever. They went, they bounced or whatever. Then they fucking set her up. They threw, y'all know how the Carrie shit goes. They threw the fucking bucket of blood. And then as soon as that shit landed, she kept on hearing that shit. That shit was creepy when I was young, yo. Carrie, especially that scene of Jesus. Ugh, that shit looked creepy. But anyways, I was too young though. I can see it now. I still be creeped out. I ain't gonna fry. And you hear the mom, and while she's seeing everybody laugh at her and shit, she hears her mom in the echo. They're all gonna laugh at you. They're all gonna laugh at you. That was hot though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's one of those. See, you could tell I'm gonna forget whatever the hell I was talking about. But it's like that mother instinct that you just be like, shut up, and then you be like, oh fuck, mom was right, and then you still don't even want to eat. Okay, so basically, obviously the politics shit. I just remember now. I'm getting better at this. Guys. This is only 18 episodes, all right? And I've never thought of doing fucking podcast. Well, I did it like 5 years ago. But like, you know, podcasts / radio, I never thought about this shit. You can tell like I need to pay somebody and like a producer so they can say yada yada yada, keep going before you forget the fucking the subject. But that's what happened with politics. They all now to me, they're hearing they're all gonna laugh at you. Because the bucket of water hit him. And you don't have telekinesis, nigga. I have it. God, I knew it was going to happen. I knew it. And it was easy. That's the crazy part. It was easy. It wasn't the, because this is what I was saying. I forgot who I was telling my cousin most likely. I was like, yo, can you believe that back in the days, the conspiracy theory, like that word was heavy. Because now, you know, it's heavy, but no, even now, because once now you be like, yo, you know, the sky, like this phenomenon happens and the sky turns to this color. Oh, come on, you're a conspiracy theorist. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it people are using it for what they think that how shit works is how they think, and if it's not, then you're a conspiracy theorist when these people don't even do the research. Because if you say like, yo, you know JFK still alive. Okay, I understand if you call me conspiracy theorist. I understand it. Not when I'm telling you fucking facts, though. Oh, well, you know how I am with the word facts. To me, the word facts don't exist. It's just people's different versions. That's it. Only God knows to me, because shit, the way they do, especially now, the way how they do things, that they just be like, oh, look what happened. You be like, oh, react. And then 1 week later, they'll tell you like, oh, remember this? Yeah, now look at this. And you be like, oh, and then you be like, yo, remember when we told you this? Yeah, man. No, it was this. And you be like, oh, no. That's why, like, you know, sometimes it's good to like react on things like right there or whatever, but always keep in mind, like, it's also good to wait for shit, because you just never, like the Megan Thee Stallion shit. That shit, the way she was like twerking like a month or so later. I don't know, but it's just, remember, it's a bullet to the foot. And when you see her in the, you know, I guess she got good skin because that shit healed up fast. But you don't see no marks or nothing on her foot, you know, in the recent Met Gala, because somebody took a pic. You can't fuck with the internet. I'm telling you, they fucked up when they gave us the internet. Because now look, now people are podcasting just like me. You know, it's funny to consider myself a podcaster, but at the end of the day, if 1,000 years from now they look back and they have accessibility to all the fucking content on the internet, they will consider what I'm doing right now a podcast. Obviously it is. It's just funny because it's like I'm a local podcaster, no views, no nothing. But hey, listen, I be thinking about that because, listen, at the end of the day, a lot of famous artists was famous after, and their art was worth, not all, but there was a couple major artists that would start like that they got famous because, you know, eventually we all gonna be, people are definitely these 2 years that 2000, no, from 2000 probably 12 and up, they're gonna be like, yo, these are the big years, because 2012 people thought that the earth was gonna end, but it didn't. And just from like 2015-ish, definitely 2016 and on to 2021 right now. So far, you know, it's like this was a major moment in history. It feels weird because we're going through it right now, but no, I know how to tell. When you're here, listen, I'm only 35. I could tell. With experience, you could tell. Well, obviously 9/11 was like an epic moment, but this is another 9/11, but a continuous one, because it has to do with oppression. They showed their cards. At first, it was about like security, threats and shit, but it really wasn't. It was about political and, you know, the ballot and all that shit, and trying to get Trump out. It was a lot of that to put this dude in. Can you believe it? Just imagine if there was Hillary. It would have been the same shit. Don't get it twisted. We just got saved by Trump, and then this time Trump came, and then Dike, people voted, or, you know, it was fucking, they finding out Dike Arizona has some votes que estaba como duplicated. It's probably gonna roll out that this motherfucker did cheat. Who knows? There's no way Gavin Newsom's gonna fucking win again in California. Especially with the elder shit that happened. Because that elder shit that happened when the woman threw egg at him, that was the moment that people was like, oh, whoa, what the fuck? You know? And even that didn't work. And he won by a landslide. So at the same time, I'm like, yo, if these Democrats are so fucking greedy that they don't even care how they look and they making it too hot, who knows? That's why to me, this is like wrestling. Kayfabe is like, you know how the good guys, you will think that they gotta ride together, but the bad guys, they chill with them, you know, so it's split. That's kayfabe. You know, behind the curtain, they all chilling with each other. We know that. I remember one of the comedians, Sam Tripoli, he said, you know, because he likes to ask, like, when was the first time that you saw like shit was a lie in a way, like conspiracy shit or whatever? And he was like, I remember when I was, I guess, you know, something like 9, 10, or, you know, young. And he was like, and I saw on the news that Hacksaw Jim Duggan, WWF wrestling 80s, a good guy, he was like, he was hanging out with, I forgot his name. the Sheik, the Iron Sheik, which was the huge bad guy. This dude was like from Iraq, so you know the Gulf War and all that shit. So that was his like his shtick, like you know what I'm saying. That was his gimmick. And he said that he saw in the news, the local news or whatever, that they got caught and by the cops. They got arrested because you know they were in the same car together. They could smoking weed and shit and drinking beers. So they got caught in that shit. You know when that happens, they get the news or whatever. So little shit like that happened that told people like, yo, wrestling is fake. But I see like some like reality in a way, but I'm talking about like politics. I said reality in a way because sometimes like if you have like an image to uphold, like it's kind of weird. It's like wrestling. Like I'm too lazy. I'm telling you, I'm too lazy for that. I'm too lazy to keep an image. Like no. Like if you brag about something that happened in your family, I'm not gonna brag about something to compete. Like the conversation has to feel natural. Sometimes you be in these family parties and they just all pulling out their toys. You know how kids bring their toys out and they show their friends their toys, and his friend brings his toys and they just showcasing them like, yo, I got this one, no, I got this one. That's how they be like, oh, my son, he does this, oh, my daughter does this. And obviously that's always gonna happen. You can control that, but you imagine if like that listen, it's in everybody's family, like somebody go to jail, whatever. But just imagine like you have to explain that, and then you see the family member like give that face like, oh, okay, and it's like, oh shit, and then that's your kid, you know what I mean? So that's why I understand how sometimes parents just protect their kids. Shit, but not on some Ashley Babbitt. I wasn't Ashley Babbitt. It was. I'm confusing that with the capital shit. The Gabby Pettit or whatever, Andy Pettit. Nah, but listen, and I did my subjects here and I forgot about this, but the good thing I remembered. I already forgot what I was gonna talk about before. I got it here somewhere though. But isn't it? I do feel like in America there's like a white. I have it on my phone. Like, fuck it. Let me just take the time and just do it and check it because I do have it here in my notes. The White American Women Missing Syndrome. WAW. Okay, yeah, I was gonna try to use like like the acronyms and shit. No, but anyways, is the White American Women Missing Syndrome, and I believe that. The patriarchy, it don't matter. Matriarchy though, who? But I feel like that because you know what? That's why it's good to follow. Like, well, I don't follow, but because sometimes it gets too annoying. But there's a liberal page that comes up on my Instagram because it uses a conservative hashtag. So I was like, what the? I was gonna block that shit because it was saying so many like reckless, idiotic liberal shit, nigga. But it's unbelievable. Like still defending Biden up to now, because it's just some team shit. But I guess another liberal page used that hashtag, but their post was like, they make this a big deal, something like that, about the the white girl gone missing, and it must have been like a Hispanic or black page because it was like, and how about the military chick that died and by their own military people, whatever, and it wasn't a big deal. And I was like, hold up, you see, she got a point there. Let me take the sip. She got a point there, though. She has a point. That military shit, that shit gets covered, man. You imagine how many military shit gets covered? Because all the people that be going out drink, I'm not all the time, but when they go out drinking, they go hard, they act stupid, they fucking go in packs and fight and shit. Listen, a lot of shit, man, a lot of shit. Maybe they don't get covered. Obviously, if I just speak to somebody who's in the military, be like, no, we don't get, no, obviously, but shit, look how that happened. It was an Hispanic chick. No, you know what I'm saying? This chick, they act like they were like, okay, I'm gonna say something like, what's the word of the term? Indecent or like fucked up to say, basically. Well, they're not even a celebrity. Like, how come that's making it crazy news? Why? Because they're playing hide and go seek and shit. Like, see, you can tell, like, right there, the channels will go in emergency mode. Boom. That's fucked up to say, but come on now, like, are you serious? And then you see, that's why. Thank God that I visualize shit like an umpire. I call the balls and strikes as is. I have my own strike zone. That's how I see it. Because you see Fox Instagram, and they show, like, they were going to talk about the subject again, just to get traffic, just to hear people's comments, their thoughts. That's what they do, thoughts, and that's it. It's like, no, like, are you serious? But anyways, they show the picture and they put American sweetheart, and I had a comment. My bad. I had a comment. I had to. I put American sweetheart ? And I want to go ham, but like, man, listen, with social media and the way people just agree with cancel culture, that cancel culture is gonna just come to us. We're little mini celebrities, because a job could literally go into somebody's shit, find something, and they just cancel you, because obviously fire you because of what the fuck you post. I have that in mind. I ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's why I treat all of this, at the end of the day, fuck y'all niggas, I treat all of this shit as a theatrical work. I gotta clean my ass, nigga. Fuck that shit. Everything I said is a project of art that I'm making that's gonna culminate into something that I'm working on in another time. And everything that I am saying is also allegedly. I have to say something like that. That's it. Boom. Because you know why? Everything they like, especially celebrities though. But it feels like a celebrity, there's no such thing as, like, statute of limitations. Hell no, nigga. As long as you're making money, look at Ric Flair. Because, there was one time in the year 2000, 2001 or whatever, or 2003, 2004, that there was an airplane ride from Europe to America, back to here to America. It was a wrestling charter plane, right? I think how you say charter instead of charter, yeah. So anyway, and the wrestlers were tired or whatever, but they wanted to come home already. They had the plane all to themselves. Vince McMahon was there with his wife Dika, I think. This was before Vince McMahon used to travel on his own private jet. At that time, I think they took all the same plane. And DK was like a plane from hell. Like, people was fighting, stupid shit, pranking, and DK Nguna, Ric Flair, at that time he was old already still. DK put on a robe and he just like showed the stewardess or whatever, the people, the plane ladies. I forgot the term. And DK was like a known thing, I think. DK was a known thing that he would just put the rope, but under it he had nothing. And he would just flash people and shit. So I guess he wanted to flash the flight attendants or whatever. That's the word, I guess. The flight attendant, and she ain't like it, right? I didn't know that. I heard that story, but I didn't know that the flight attendant didn't like it, right? So this fucking Vice documentary comes almost what? Like 17 years later, and the girl, the way she reacted in the documentary, you can tell, like, cry. Come on, cry. You want some onions or whatever? Like, you can tell they had to do all that because she looked so distraught. And listen, I know. Oh, how can you say that? I know. But she had a settlement, right? And at this point, I'm like, yo, the court should just tell the person, like, if you accept a settlement, you can't speak about that shit, because all you doing is now you're gonna fuck up the money of that person. And listen, I'm sure they're like, fuck that, fuck them. That's why I'm gonna do it again. I understand that, but from a fucking 3-dimensional level, as a judge, if we're gonna do this whole settlement shit, she cannot speak about it again whenever the fuck she wants to, because if it's a celebrity, it's gonna fuck up their money continuing. And listen, I know that it kind of sounds fucked up, right? But if we're gonna allow that to happen, then we should do that to every celebrity. But who controls the media? The people behind the curtain. They're not gonna go all the way. They're gonna pick and choose. Because when you have Charlemagne, you have the woman come a couple of times, nothing happens to him. He still has his job. They're not gonna fire him. That's picking and choosing. Bridger Capital, when he mentioned Bridger Capital and the Shkreli kid, the kid that sold the pharmaceuticals for Mad High, and they made him a fucking villain, when every fucking pharmaceutical doing the same shit. When you look into that story, it's a little weird. And he was a young dude, the one who bought the Wu-Tang album that was like one of one for like $1 million. Yeah, okay, he was an asshole, but he was bringing up shit that people was not getting though. You know what I'm saying? And when Charlemagne mentions to him, oh, Bridger Capital, yeah, I know about that. And he was like, you do? Well, that's some Illuminati shit there. And he was like, yeah, I know about him. Like, you know, like he wasn't Charlemagne was doubling down. And the kid, they spoke about it one more time, and then they got to another topic, and the kid just in mid-topic of in mid-sentence of another topic, he looked at Charlemagne again like, yo, you put your capital? Like, it was a big deal. Maybe that's a connection that has to do with behind the curtain people that, this is one of our people, protect them at all costs and shit. Think about it.
Purchase your tracks today.
So, I seen this story plenty of times with just different people. So if we're gonna go all the way, then hell yeah, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go all the way. But I know that that's not gonna happen. So every situation, I know that you could just paint with a broad brush. That's the saying or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. Every case we gotta view it differently. So back to the military chick or whatever. We know how that shit went. It came and went. Las Vegas, it came and went. And now they want to make a big deal out of this. Listen, that happens all the time. Listen, so what you want me to do? When you see a lot of shit getting covered like that, it's like, what the fuck is going on? And it's true what people said, there's going to be a fucking documentary on Netflix. Yeah, you can just tell. Especially the way it's getting the reaction from it. And maybe it's just, I'm not going to see here. I'm going to go in my conspiracy shit. But listen, that Haiti shit, or not even that Afghanistan shit, and not even that whole mandatory shit, people rebelling, that is, listen, a lot of things is going on that's making the country look crazy. How about fucking Australia? The people got shot, rubber bullets probably, because there's no way that could have been real bullets, obviously. But rubber bullets, they're getting shot out. Not a shot out, but shot out. Making the retreat and all that shit. You see? But that's still level 0. That's still level 0, because level 1 is basically taking all your guns like they did in Australia. I think not all, but they want to do that shit here in every state. Take all the guns, because when they do some bullshit like this to let's say times 3, that we'd be like, oh no, we all agree, right? We all agree. Yeah. And then they're gonna be like, no, we got your guns, and shut the fuck up before we fucking OD on y'all now. And we fucking we spray them bullets at y'all. And then we're gonna fucking submit. We're gonna have to. That's what they want. They want our guns. You see why now? How about now with the COVID shit? They could just slap some bullshit, some crazy shit. You're like, I don't want my family. Oh no, you can't say that. And you could tell, I guess there are some good people out there, because they just be like, yo, make this script and make a movie out of it. And that's fucking The Hunger Games. It's like they put little shit in there for us to get the drift and shit, and we still don't get it. We still don't see it. The forest for the trees, that whole thing. So that's why I feel like everything's scripted. That Haiti shit, the way they came out of nowhere in the border was a little weird, and now they're gonna send them back. And that's why I understand when then the liberals will be like, oh, okay, but you know, and not even the liberals, just, you know, the blacks and the rest of Hispanics. I feel like this too. So when it was the Arabs, we're gonna put them in maybe apartments, and we're gonna nice everything nice. And then with Haiti, that they fucking use the button to, you know, every time they need to send a fucking tornado or hurricane or fucking earthquake over there. It feels like they have a button, and I say they, I mean like the people behind the curtain from every fucking country. I don't know who. I don't know, the UN maybe. They press that button and it's like there's an earthquake there, and it never hits DR. Ain't that weird? I'm Dominican, so they never gonna forget what they did when they liberated and they beat the fucking Europeans. They never gonna forget that. They never gonna forget that. And then that's why they should get reparations from France. You know we're gonna bring that up. See, that's why it definitely sucks to be a celebrity, because you cannot say that in an interview. If you do that shit, they're not gonna show it, or they're gonna fucking blackball you. Then they send Al Sharpton over there. People are woke, but you know they're gonna like, oh, look at those racists talking to Al Sharpton like that. No, but people are fed up. When I saw people protesting here in Manhattan about the COVID restriction and all that shit, I was like, wow, I'm surprised. Y'all not laying down? Oh, because y'all feel the heat. But anyway, so Al Sharpton's over there, you know, doing his regular old grift. He was the original, you know, like Mike Son, Tamika Mallory. He's the grandfather of that, you know what I'm saying? Of, you know, showing up to everybody that when there's a situation and just show a little support, get my name up and shit. Again, you know, with each case. Money, of course, with each case. And nothing's really gonna happen because they do have connections. They could actually like assemble because they got the hood. But because they have the hood, that's why they keep that fucking rotation going, is the greed. They need to show I mean, hey, 9/11, COVID and all that, and you know, if anything, 9/11 they could unite people, but then it went away. COVID, you will think it would unite people, but it made people separate even further, down to the point of family members and friends and all that shit, with political and all that. Something needs to happen at least. Like, you could tell, like, now I get why they have to, like, fake an alien invasion, so they could be like, can y'all motherfuckers just stop killing each other and be together? But at the same time, the people in politics also are very divisive, because they're gonna keep making conservative look crazy. But I feel like what the conservative hit on is shit that we're gonna eventually be like, yo, y'all was making sense. You know, like that Texas shit, I get it. The abortion shit, my woman, my choice. But the whole point is just like, listen, stop making states fund abortions. That's one. Two, stop fucking around so much. God, I know sex feels good, but god damn. A lot of babies out there is fucking Hennessy babies and weed babies. Let's keep it real. That's why I understand when people, oh, not like the same before. Like, I get it, yeah. Because at the same time, when with the help of media and music and all that shit, yeah, it can influence us. We want mad bitches. I understand. Yeah, making women say, yo, you know what I'm saying? Making everything very with temptations and all that shit. I understand. The media doesn't help. But you know, when we see that, we should at least come to a thought, at least in your 30s. I understand the 20s, but at least in your 30s. Some people be old as hell, still don't get it. But in your 30s, at least you be like, oh, hold up, that shit felt like a gimmick, like a persuasion. They ain't gonna get me with it, boom, like that. But no, people just don't see it. Like the fact that they're making money off people being in jail, that should be number one reason for we be like, hold up, we're not gonna do crazy shit to each other because we helping. Yeah, everybody wanna be like, oh, white supremacy. Y'all helping the white supremacists by going to jail. But y'all don't wanna say that, because if you say that in the media or whatever, like, you know, if you're legit, you cannot bring that up. Because if you bring that up, they're like, oh, whoa, what you mean? What you trying to say? They'll make you look racist. They'll make you look trying to look anything so they can like move away from that point. That people are making money for people going to jail and ruining your fucking future. It's just that when we young, we don't want to hear it. We feel like we know it all. There you go. So it feels like a fucking bad recycling, like a bad recycling. It's not even recycling at all, but because it's just the thought, you know, the frame of mind. There's no way you could tell a young person like, yo, don't do this in the future. You're gonna regret. Like, no, they don't care. But you know why? Also, because the motherfuckers ain't making music about that shit either. Every song you hear is some crazy shit. So of course they're gonna say no to the elder. There's no respect for the elder. There's other countries that there's super respect for the elders. And then we had the balls to complain about, no, because we have it fucked up here. The culture here is fucked up for blacks and Hispanics. It just so happens that, you know, when you're from the Caribbean, it's a fucking huge culture though, you know. So the people who are just regular blacks here, it's either white culture because, you know, they forgot about their ancestry, you know. In not all cases, some cases they buy the book and they fucking get it. And a lot of blacks here are usually from the Caribbean also. But the people, original blacks from here with no connection to the Caribbean, I guess, they want to be like, you know, ADOS or whatever, like, and then they want to separate themselves from like Caribbean people. Y'all just going by color fucking shades, like the white people. We all have an origin and it all connects. You know, so people are waking up. They're gonna see the people as conservatives, but it was the same shit over and over. People at least are you know, shouting out fucking Al Sharpton, the fucking political pimp. Y'all gotta remember, this dude was a fucking informant. He got busted. He became an informant. And then he became going on everybody's blocks and just grifting off and telling white man. And I listen, I understand there's a lot of racism, but just the fact that I know your tricks is like, ugh, damn, ain't nothing legit around here, yo. You know what I'm saying? He can't be president because he's too fucking sloppy with it. He's a fucking informant, but they give him a job. Roll with us, the Democrats. He was still continuing his speech too. You're like blah 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 blah, and you hear mad people mad loud saying, "Stop spreading racism. We like people here." But you know, I understand. Listen, going back to the people with in the border, what the fuck you think they're gonna do? That's border patrol. They patrolling. Fuck you think they're gonna do? It's like somebody saying, yo, you know what? No, you're going to give me the iPhone for free. I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you the iPhone for free. No, you're going to give me the iPhone for free. Sir? What you mean, sir? You're going to give me this iPhone for free. Sir, I have to sell you this iPhone. You can't get it for free. Well, yeah, because that's your job, right? That people over there in the Border Patrol with a cowboy hat, or no, they could have had fucking white hoods. They could have had a fucking afro, a fucking Jamaican kufi on. That was their job. That's their job. Or they get fired. Are we gonna pay their bills? No. So they're gonna do their jobs. You can't trust the agenda that they throw up the alley. So, you know, in a way, yeah, we can comment on, like, I'm commenting on this shit, yeah, but I still keep an eye out for the what ifs. That's how we gotta play this shit. You know, like when that whole thing about Trump, I knew that people was gonna be like, oh, look at this nigga. Yeah, but at the same time, I knew what was fucking going on. When I got scared, I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is Trump doing? I saw a sticker of some dude in Woodlawn, Bronx. A sticker of Trump. I'm like, oh shit, this is nearby, like this is here. I got scared. I started looking up with the internet. Should have never gave us the internet. I started looking up all his speeches while I was at work. Boom, boom, hearing the speeches in the background, like through a headphone or whatever. And I was like, this nigga's going ham on the elites, on the people behind the curtain. Now I know why they fucking ODing on this motherfucker in the news. And then right there, I'm like, oh, the news is weirded then, huh? Because the news is attacking this nigga left and right, but they don't show what he's saying. Now I'm like, oh, okay, I can see how this is gonna go. And the fact that he won, I was like, whoa, oh shit. The quietest day ever was the day after the 2016 election. I will never forget that shit. Quiet as hell that whole day. But you gotta keep both sides on track, man. It just so happens that one side just fell off way off. The ideologies are so crazy. Because listen, rare W alert. Okay, it was drama. This too much drama because I'm talking about AOC Cortez. She started crying when the bill she put present, which means like neutral, I guess, on the Israel, money shakedown to America because it's Israel, not the real Israelites though. But long story short, the shakedown again for the Iron Dome to protect themselves from the fucking Palestinians, which they themselves also love a bloody war themselves. And it's just like, okay, rare W for the Democrats. I ain't gonna lie, because the conservatives, they can't stop sucking Israel's dick, my nigga. Oh, those are our allies in peace in the Middle East. Nigga, we're your greatest allies. You're Americans. That's why if China comes and says, yo, each person that denounces America and declares China, they're gonna get $100K in their bank. Nigga, if they say that, guess how many people gonna be like, fuck out of here. And that's what's gonna happen. You know why? Because y'all made shit so greedy that when that shit happened, don't look at us like, oh, y'all not Americans anymore. No, motherfucker, y'all niggas is greedy. Y'all got too greedy. So now let me be greedy. That's all it takes. And it sounds absurd or whatever, right? Far-fetched. But the fact that right now if somebody comes to you and be like, yo, China's taking over. If you want to claim denounce America, we'll give you 50K, 75K, sweet spot, 75K, and you have to learn Chinese though. It's gonna take a long while, but it'll be paid you. Don't worry. And they put it that good, we're gonna say, yeah, nigga, fuck out of here. And you know that, because they got so fucking greedy here. We are the patriots, the American allies, but they want to fucking treat our certain issues like whatever, and then they feel like they want to need us, specifically Democrats, right? So you gonna y'all gonna vote in for $1 billion to send to Israel so they can keep protecting themselves? Are you kidding me? See, so. And but AOC was crying because she whatever. But Israel continues to shake down America once again, and American first shit, they don't give a fuck. It ain't America first. It feels like it's America and Israel first also, like America and then Israel is like 1A and 1B, and then white people, and then maybe Hispanics, and then blacks at that. Let's keep it real. Because one of the good things that we have in Hispanics, and I said we, now I want to separate myself. No, but it is true. The Hispanics, they have a good little chance because, the skin is a little lighter and they know 2 languages. Come on now. These white people, they cutthroat like that. So I could see how blacks get the short end of the stick. I'm not gonna play myself. It's just that we gotta come together, the blacks and Hispanics. That's it. Marginalized people come together. When Malcolm X was like, "Yo, you know what? Whites too come in this shit." Or Huey P. Newman, I think the documentary that they had, I think is his name. He had the rednecks, the racist ones with them too. Like, yo, nigga, let's bang on these politicians. And yeah, he got killed. And when JFK wanted to turn up and go at everybody that was corrupting, and he got killed. Martin Luther King, after all that, let's peace. Then as soon as he started making the late speeches like, yeah, I think I left my people in a burning house, and he got killed. Who was next to him? Jesse Jackson. I was gonna say Reggie Jackson, but that's the baseball player. Jesse Jackson, which kind of ran for president and couldn't. They were like, no, don't go too far, motherfucker. But yeah, and I said before, like the rumor is the people with the ties didn't know, and the people that was around Martin Luther King and that famous photo that didn't have ties, those are the ones that knew, or the one with the ties knew. I think Martin Luther King had a tie on, so it was like the people without the ties are the ones that knew that that Martin Luther King was gonna get assassinated. It's just great. It was some crazy shit that was well prepared execution right there. So, but again, it's all about history, man. Somebody knows history. Whoever knows the real history, they can manipulate the future. Because they can just create side shit here and make them connect also, so you can be like, oh, I think I'm smart. And it's just all bullshit at the end of it. That's why when you keep seeing the tabs on these people and you see that their shit's not reparable, you be like, okay, hold up, maybe history also feels a little fugazi. And hey, I don't blame you. When it comes to like picking and choosing who they're gonna attack, that's all been from the past and is going on now. We see it clearly with the internet. We see how certain questions don't get asked in certain venues and all that shit. We see the agendas. Come on, man. Speaking of agenda, how about what I predicted? Basically, it was even the caveman can do it, like the saying goes. But now they went ham on Nicki. They brought up the rape allegation shit. I said it before, of course. It's been out. But hey, you gonna bring that up, bitch? We're gonna get you now. And that's what happened. They brought out and make sure you cry, and then she said that Nicki, they owe whatever her because she protecting her husband. And mind you, Nicki has a brother who was accused of and convicted, I think, also did jail time, I think, of rape, a minor. So that's God judging Nicki Minaj, but that's not gonna take the fact that Nicki Minaj put America in a standstill when she said that shit about the COVID, because that made the conservatives look super good. The Democrats was like, all right, bitch, didn't something happen with your husband? All right, yeah, bring that shit out. And I want you, whoever who probably was friends with Nicki Minaj, I'm gonna go in your platform and I'm gonna tell you how to cover that story. And listen, that's the greed of America. Listen, and that I'm not gonna use that. But I want to go to the once again the greed of America, because you're turning on your own people. And I say that because listen, I'm not trying to defend, but the thing is that why Roman Polanski can just escape conviction here in America, go to Europe, and that's it. Woody Allen marry his own daughter, adopted but still disgusting, from a little age, so now she married with her. And you could tell that Asian lady, she looks way older than how she looked. And you see the pictures of Woody Allen Knicks game or some shit, and she's sitting on his lap. Like, nigga, that must have been some pedo shit. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Who knows? Allegedly. But where's the outrage there? But no, it's white people. Come on now. Get it straight. And it's not even that. Look like Charlamagne. If you playing ball and you down with the team, you down with the sickness, like they say, yeah, okay, she'll bark a little bit, but we'll make sure we'll change the subject. That's how they do it. But when you getting attacked, hell no, we're gonna keep that fire on you. And that's why, although the fucking raping and that shit, and that dude himself, Nicki's husband, he looked like too much of that awkward tough guy shit. Like, nigga, yeah, you probably was on some nigga let me be a man and shit, and he probably did that shit. But all I'm saying is this: the hypocrisy. They pick and choose. They was like, you fucking up our money, that big pharma money. At least it's this, instead of like, oh, I don't know, guess breaking news, Nicki and her husband, car accident, because then that's when they'll be like, okay, come on now. Every conspiracy theory is gonna jump out the window. Especially these cars now, maybe they get computerized. Who knows if they have the main switch to a company's car companies, each car they have. They probably see that shit in a huge map through satellite. All they do is put satellites out there. Don't you see them? And we don't know what's going on there. in space, press a button on the car, make that shit speed up. Listen, there's video games and movies that came out of that shit. You think that shit can't really happen? They can catch you if they really want to. Don't go by this bullshit. Because that dude is also still not caught. Come on now, you gonna tell me with these motherfuckers that have satellite that they can fucking probably pinpoint your shoes from space? You gonna tell me that they can't find this motherfucker? He's in Florida. Are you serious? The dude who killed Gabby. That's what I'm saying. They want to extend this shit to like a movie or some shit. Every fucking era they have that whole fucking the JonBenet Ramsey shit, and now this one is just like JonBenet Ramsey became. If you, I was gonna be like, you imagine that's JonBenet Ramsey as an adult, and they just run the same playbook. But listen, I can't. I gotta question everything. That's it. America media fumbled it so hard, so bad that I gotta question everything. And it's healthy actually, because if not, you could just fall for the dumbest shit and then look stupid. Then you want to double down because you do feel uncomfortable, you feel embarrassed. That's what happens. We all have to be. I'm willing to be wrong. That's the thing. I'm willing to be wrong. Being famous, your career is always, it feels like it's always on probation. Imagine she took the money and like imagine, cause now how she gonna look? How can Nicki Minaj and her husband gonna look? Yo, no, hold on, she took the money, nigga. They're gonna be like, oh, that's not the point. You did what you did. You feel me? So how you gonna answer that? Of course you're gonna say she took the money. Who knows? Who knows? But I bet you if Nicki was still the one that they needed to push before Cardi B, and she was still up there, they wanted to chart the songs and all that shit, they would have let the shit slide. They are like that. They like that. We know some of them that are already in their elite camps, and they can't get touched. We see it. That's proof. And then we have Nicki come out against Big Pharma. Come on, connect the dots. We not that stupid people. They shot a JFK, and they could nobody knows. They could, oh no, this is the guy that did it. Yeah, alright, nigga. Why? When you hear that this nigga JFK was doing shit on everybody, he shut down that Cuba shit. Shut that shit down. He went against the fucking mafia, shut that shit down. Yeah, they have reasons to kill him. Word is the mafia and with the CIA, you already know who. The letter alphabet boys, the letter alphabet boys. Them. Collaborations. Who knows? You can't jump out the window and just be like, this was what happened. No, you never know. We don't know who's the keeper of real history. All we know is that we could just see the patterns of shit. Nicki Minaj said something that was pow pow, and this was her pow pow again. Charlamagne gets the pow pow over and over, but nothing happens to him. But all I'm saying is that you imagine like you settle some shit and they bring it up again, and now it's gonna affect your money again. You see? And it's whoever the media. If the media don't want to ignore your story, you're fucked. That's why you do gotta understand when people say, "Yo, like, with this Karen Civil shit." That was a bad segue, right? I wanted to segue a little bit better, but that Karen Civil shit. People been saying like, "Yo, I didn't want to say it. I was gonna look crazy. Believe black women." But this is a black woman fucking up their own black people, and they don't even want to view it like that. People that gotta defend it, like Charlamagne, Joe Biden. Yeah, and then some people say, "Oh, she did good with me." Yeah, I understand that. But what if she didn't do good with you? You would have talked shit. Or if somebody you didn't have nothing to do with, a white person, you would have went and you would have probably threw the racism card. Or you can't do the racism card now here. But no, but you could say black people be your own. Like that famous saying, it be your own people. She fucking up her own black people. We don't want to go there. She a female. We don't want to go there. She's smart, I understand. But she fucking up her own people. If that was a white lady, we would have went ham. We know that. We gotta keep that fire on her. That's why she might go to jail. She being petrified on the phone. Charlemagne interviewed that one dude that I guess she admitted that she hacked into his like social media or whatever to fuck him over. She admitted it, and she admitted it in Clubhouse, which that's evidence, and she can go to jail. You gotta give it to her. Go to jail. That's it. You fucked up. You fucked up. If it would have been anybody else, they would have been hit. And there's people saying like, yo, can you believe that she be around people that's like deaf? Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller, somebody else. It was just like conspiracy shit that you was like, good to know. You know, I'm not saying nothing, but it's just good to know. Allegedly. Everything's alleged. You gotta just use that as a shield. The Zelda shield. Hey, it's too dangerous out there. Take this. Allegedly. That's your shield. You know, it feels like everything's just coming out and just exposing itself. This is the era of exposure. People got the internet. They should have never gave us the internet. But, you know, and Kevin Civil, Cameron spoke about her, Meek Mill spoke about her, Joyner Lucas, who said that, you know, shit or whatever, a blogger that got his shit hacked. Charlemagne came out like, and she had to call in. Her voice was like a little shaky. I don't know. And yeah, Charlemagne, that's right, guiding her all the way, man. You could tell you feel sorry for her. You know? Everything comes out into the light, yo. Cameron Silver did get connected to the Clinton Foundation. I didn't know that. But it's like common sense when you see a nigga like Charlemagne go at bat for her. It's like, damn. Well, again, if people didn't have connection to them, they would have exposed them and did everything. As soon as that you know that fulano that tal knows her, so you can't really talk bad about her. Hey, and I understand it happens, but that's why you can't go out the window for every little shit that happens, because when it comes in the table turns, and now you in the position that like, oh fuck, and you see somebody going ham speaking about them, it's gonna hurt now, right? It stings now. Everything is not just good to just do to get a hit piece and get some traffic. I'm telling you, because people just fuck themselves over. You know, and then when you see who they chill with and all that, it's just nasty. It's just nasty. Connected to fucking political pimps and all that shit. It's a nasty world out there. But anyways, Pirate Radio, episode 18. Obviously, whatever I just didn't touch upon, next episode I will. Was there comedy in this shit? A little bit, I guess. But I'm just hitting you with this. It's so much crazy shit that it might sound somber, but it's not. It's just like, let's be aware about shit that's going on. We're not stupid. We have a huge helmet up top. You know, we have a brain. You know what I'm saying? Don't let the fucking FBI come in. No, we just thinking freely. That's the good thing about it. Think free. I know we have to work. I know we got kids and all that shit. We got to take care of things. But at the same time, we have the internet. You know how many fucking people in the 1400, 1600, all those kings, those pharaohs, maybe not pharaohs, but maybe they were the fucking aliens. Who knows? But they would have been like, damn, y'all niggas got a phone? How the fuck y'all bored? Y'all got a PlayStation? Y'all got a whatever? A laptop? Like, you know, they'll fucking marvel over shit like that. But here we are still being stupid when we have information at our hands. And not only that, people sharing information, and we still be on some shit like, we're biases and shit. Let go of the bias. Episode 18 or 18? Yeah, 18 Pirate Radio. Peace.